All right, gang, welcome back to our one-tile challenge here on Calmlands. It is now May, and we are in a bad spot. Our sheep have stopped producing wool. They have run out of water. They have very little grass left at all, so it's a good thing today we're going to be spending a lot of effort on doing some mowing. But just to kind of give you a ballpark here, they had no water at all. Their health is at 0%, and their meadow grass is down to 803 liters. So they still have some grass, but it's not that good. It's not the best spot to be in, let's put it that way. While we're here, let's just check the chickens really quick. I think they're okay. Yeah, they're fine. Maybe we top them off today as well, but yeah, they're fine. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. We're going to go ahead and top off the salt marsh here as well, or the marshes here as well. Quite a number of pallets have spawned here. We've got 4 pallets here at the large salt marsh. Most of them are fine salt, except for one being the flower of salt, as we've talked about before. We've got a nice little headway or start here, I guess, on another pallet of flower of salt. There's 432 liters there, so a couple more months we'll have another one of those, which is fantastic. Now, as far as prices go, we do have 1 pallet of crawfish. We said we're going to sell it today, and I'm still planning to do that because the price should still be relatively good, but we'll take a look at it. It should start dropping after this month. Yep, it's still going up. Actually, it's 3,813. So I probably could have made a little bit more money maybe if I waited till today, but that's all right. Clothes and stuff, we have like 500 liters, I think, in Grandma's knitwear, and right now we don't have another pallet of wool because the sheep stopped producing when they didn't have any water, unfortunately. I should have checked that before the end of the last episode. Did not do it. But, you know, it is what it is. It happens, I guess. Eggs are not till November, so those are just going to stay where they are. And clothes are still relatively priced. But, obviously, we don't have another pallet of wool to be able to take over there to get to another 1,000 liters of clothes. So, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. Things are good here. Good they can be. All right, so we're going to go ahead and drop this off right here. We could probably fit some more water, honestly, in all of these, but I think that's going to be good enough for now. The salt marsh areas are relatively fine. Now, a couple things to talk about today. The house, which we're going to go look at here very soon, has progressed, and it is already beginning on the next phase. We did put in a little bit too much. I think it was the cement bricks, I think, or something. I don't know. One of those two. We put in too much. So, but the good thing is it needed it for this stage. So it's already still in progress, but it needs a lot more. And we don't. I mean, we have the money, I guess, for it, but I'm not positive that's what we're going to do today. I kind of have some other things I'd like to accomplish with some of this money, as I've mentioned a number of times. We're going to drop this coarse salt out, and then we'll go over there and we'll take a look at the house. I'll show you what we're dealing with there. We'll also look in the used market, see if there's anything out there. I doubt there will be, and there normally isn't. We've got lucky a couple of times, so I don't expect to get lucky again. But you never know. You always got to check. We are losing money every single month still. I think I've mentioned that a couple of times, but I don't know if I really solidified that we are. We definitely are losing about $1,000 every single month, so we need to figure out some ways to put some other stuff down on the farm that's going to help us alleviate up that effectively remove the $1,000 that we are losing every month. Now, whether that's just paying off more of the loan, or it's putting down another production of some sort, or a placeable, or whatever it may be, generator, we need to kind of work on that a little bit. But as you can tell, the house is actually taking shape here. We have got pretty much the first floor all sectioned off here, and there's a lot more space over here than I actually anticipated. I thought this was going to be sticking out over here where the area is to drop off all of the equipment or the resources, but that's not the case. So it is a much smaller house than it actually leads on, but it's mostly due to the fact that that's how big they need to be able to build the construction project. It's just one set square, right? So, but that's fine. It still looks like it's going to be good. Looks like it's not going to have any kind of floating or anything like that, so we should be okay for the most part. But there you go. As you can see, it's got cement bags is what it was. It's got some cement bags it's still chewing through, but it needs a lot more cement bags. 9,000 liters to be exact. So, I'm not sure that we will be putting anything in there today or not. It really depends on what we do with the rest of this money here. We are going to sell that pallet of crawfish I talked about. That's going to make us some money. But other than that, we don't really have anything to sell. The salt's not good right now. We're going to hold off. If we have to, we can sell that fine salt. I've mentioned that before, right? That's our one we will sell if we have to. But the flour salt is not going to go anywhere until it's the best time to sell that. It's worth too much money. So let's sell this. This should get us a decent chunk, back to 30,000 or so. 30,369. So that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and just park this over here in a makeshift fashion, I guess. We're going to jump back into the Fiat, and we're going to grab the mower, and we're going to mow up all this grass, because that is one of the main objectives we need to do today, and we need to bring that grass over here to the sheep. As I showed you, the sheep are bit in dire straits here, so we need to get them some grass so we can get their health back up to 100%. The water's there, but the grass is not, so we need to get on to mowing and get that grass to them. The cornfield itself has it has 100% fertilized on it because we did it beforehand, right? It was grass beforehand, so it does not need any kind of second application. The rice, similar situation there. We do not need a second application on the rice either. So we're good. Now, those of you that were talking about this mower and it didn't really fit very well with the small one, you're correct. It does fit a little bit better with this one. So we're in good spot there, at least. We can get this going. And, yeah. We're going to be taking the first load here and unloading it into the sheep there. And more than likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to save some of it in the actual mower, loading wagon, forage wagon combo here. I'm going to save some of the grass in there. So that way, if we have that issue again where the sheep run out of grass, we can just top them off, right? They shouldn't, now that it's a period of time where the grass is actually growing. But moving forward, when it begins winter months as well, we probably will take that same approach where we will save some of it in here. That way we constantly have something we can drop off to the sheep. And they can constantly have some food and continue to produce wool for us, because that is a key component for us right now for making money. So a couple of things we might want to look into doing today. I was talking about, the amount of money we're losing every month, right? We could pay off some of the loan potentially, sure. I'd also like to consider maybe putting down a couple of solar panels. Now, solar panels, you might say, well, they're unrealistic depending on which one you put down. You're right, it is. I'm thinking of putting down one that's not unrealistic, and what I mean by that is probably one that's a base game one. You don't make a whole lot of money off base game ones. It takes you multiple years to pay for whatever it is that you're putting down, right? You just don't make that much, simply put. So if we do decide to put down a solar panel, it's more than likely going to be that, unless I'm able to find something on ModHub that is not super unrealistic. As you know, this is one of my personal objectives in the series, and I kind of mentioned it to everyone else who's taking this challenge on, is to attempt as best you can to not utilize things that are super unrealistic. We really don't want that. That's not really the goal or the intent of this series. There's certainly going to be things that are unrealistic. We've talked about it many times before. The tractor you start with, unrealistic. I get that. But I'm talking more from the perspective of productions and generators and things like that, right? It would just basically make the challenge completely pointless if you could just put down a production or generator where you're able to turn grass into silage in seconds and then go sell it, right? That takes out the challenge. So let's get going here. We got a lot of grass to mow. Well, actually, it's not that much grass in comparison to what we've been used to. It's actually the least amount of grass we've had to mow yet, but still, it's a good amount of grass. We're going to get this mowed up. Like I said, we're going to drop some off to the sheep, and then whatever's remaining, minus a little bit that we're going to keep back, will all go into our silage pole, which will make us a little bit more money. So let's get to it. All right, that's all done. It was not the most elegant. That all the stuff that we've kind of placed around here is a little difficult to maneuver. This big, massive loading mower combo. It's not the easiest thing to do, but we were able to manage it for the most part. So unload most of this. As I mentioned, we're going to keep a little bit, although I really don't think we're going to need any of that little bit for now, based off the fact that it is growing stages for grass. So, but we'll keep a little bit. As long as I can stop it in time. That'll work. About 1,000 liters is plenty in my eyes for the time being. Let's see if I can back this up a little bit more here. Alright, perfect. We'll drive it in this way. Normally I have it facing the other way, but since this is mostly going to be probably going that way, we'll leave it there. Okay, good. Alright, so what else are we going to do today? Well, I've got a couple thoughts, a couple ideas. What I want to do first is I want to kind of jump off camera for a minute here. I want to take a look at a couple of things and see if we can find anything at all that might make sense for us to place down to try to help us. As I mentioned early on, I want to try to find something that helps us with the fees and everything overnight. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything. Used market, there's some nice stuff. This would be fantastic to have, but it'd be back to the baling thing. But I do like this. I think it's a pretty cool machine. A nice harvester out here, but it can be unrealistic. It can be basic too, the 8,000 liters, right? But $38,000 we don't currently have. We could sell ours and upgrade to that one, I guess, but I don't think we really need to. I think the one we have is perfectly fine. So really nothing out there for us, unfortunately, unless we want to buy this header, but that header is way too large in my opinion. So yeah, so we'll pass on that. So let me go off camera for a minute. We'll probably get a bucket here today too, so we can get that cleaned up. But that's a minor thing to worry about. Let me go off camera for a minute and let me see. Okay, so what I actually had planned to do was not going to work as I wanted to. So what we're going to do is put down a small solar panel on top of our barn. A lot of farms do that. I think it makes a lot of sense. It makes us a little bit of money, $480 a month. It's not an insane amount. This is a mod, so it's not something from the base game, but I don't think it's unrealistic at all. $480 a month. It's going to take us well over 2 years, really, to pay this back. Well, I guess a little under 2 years, but still well over a year at a bare minimum just to pay back what we're going to put into this. But what it will help us do is offset some of the fees and loan and everything else that we have that we're dealing with. I'm also going to pay off a little bit of the loan today, and we're going to buy whatever's remaining for the house. I want to continue to build towards that house. Some of the other things that I want to accomplish that I've talked about, the tree farm, etc., it's coming very soon. But the idea that I have, I need the house to be done first for me to really be able to put that in the way that I want. So that is going to be put on hold, slightly moved down the list. It's still pretty high on the list, but slightly moved down the list of things we want to accomplish until the house is done. So let's put this down first of all. It's pretty expensive, right? That's a lot of money that we just spent, but I think it's going to be good, man. That's going to make us some money, constant incoming money. Have to pay a lot up front, but that's some constant incoming money. Now, we could put another one on the other side, and we might do that in the near future. I turned on all the icons, apologize. We could do that potentially in the near future, but for the now, for the time being, we are just going to put down that one. Looks like we have another pallet of flour salt, so that's going to be good. When the time comes to sell these things, we're going to make good money. As you know, that's like 25 grand each, around that. So there's 50 grand just in 2 pallets right there, which is going to be phenomenal. I went way past it. But I'm pretty sure it's like 25 grand, 24,292, so 24 grand. But still, I mean, right now we can sell them right now. Actually, they're worth 22,000. That's pretty good too. Kind of hard not to sell it, but they're going to continue, supposedly, at least they're going to continue to go up. So we'll hold on to that for a little bit. And right now we're doing okay money wise. All right, so while we're at it, let's go ahead and just pay off a little bit of the loan. Again, we're not going to pay bunches back, but I don't know. Let's just pay another 5,000 off on it. It's nothing crazy, but if we go down to the bottom here, you can kind of see how the loan is going to decrease for us. So right now we're losing. We're losing. We are losing, I guess, but we're paying $1,650 a month. So when the next month happens, we can take a look and see how much is going to drop. It's going to probably drop $10, maybe $15. Doesn't sound like a lot, and it's really not, but that is $10, $15 less that we're incurring as far as a fee goes overnight, which is pretty good, I think. All right, so let's head up here to the house and let's buy the remainder of the items we need. One other thing I want to put down soon, but there's no reason to do it right now because we don't have anything ready to harvest, but I want to put down one of the windmills, the small mills, that we can utilize for canola and for flour. It's going to be extremely helpful for us. We'll make a lot more money that way if we go about it that approach versus just selling those crops outright. Now, the canola will make us a bunch of money, don't get me wrong there, but the flour will make us a lot more than just wheat would selling it outright, if that makes sense, right? 9,017 liters of cement bags. That's a lot of cement bags. I don't even know if we have enough money to buy all of that, but we can at least get started. Looks like we do have enough. It's going to cost us $5,250 to do it because it's 9,000 liters and there are 1,000 liters per, at least it should be. We're probably only going to be able to get 2 at a time here because the spot I put down is not big enough. I could have put down a much bigger one, which would have probably saved me time overall, but I just felt like that wasn't that realistic for a little house project, right? Just trying to stick with the theme here of keeping it as realistic as we can be. Well, good job there, Z. Way to go, buddy. That was awful. What was that? That was terrible, buddy. I can't even get it to flip right. Okay, well, after that embarrassing play there, I literally thought the forks were underneath both of them. They evidently were, but not in an area where they could be picked up. Whoops. But we are making relatively good progress here in the house. I mean, there's still probably a lot of stages to go, but I mean, we've got the outline of the house already done, as you can see. I mean, we've got to do, I think there's a bit of a second floor there. Obviously, there's some second floor because it's got the master deck or whatever you want to call it. But I don't think it's going to be massive amount that's going to be required still. We're going to have to probably put up some more shingles, I'm sure, are going to have to be put in there. or roof plates, whatever they call them in the game. We'll probably have to put down some more, I would think, prefab walls. I'm sure are going to be probably required. Probably some more wood too, honestly, and I really don't know what they're going to put on the outside edge. It might be stucco, so I don't know for sure, though. Evidently that one's hooked, but the other ones weren't. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me either, but whatever. I don't know. I just play the game. What do I know? Looks like there potentially has been another pallet of crawfish that have spawned. If that is the case, we will sell that today. They are still really good price, so we should sell them while we can, and that will probably pay for, well, the 2 pallets, I guess, that we sold today, if there is one, and down there indeed, which it looks like there is. That'll probably pay for all the cement bags that we're putting in here. If nothing else, it pays for 100%. It pays for the solar panel we just put up on the side of the barn there, so... Just the fork is just not quite wide enough in comparison to where they spawn at is really the problem. You've got to be perfectly precise. And I am not that precise with the controller, I can tell you that much. Now, we should be one more, right? Just one. Yeah, I guess 2 more. Because it needs slightly more than 2. Or 1, excuse me. Slightly more than 1. So yeah, we'll buy 2 more. Alright. That still leaves us with almost 10 grand. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. It's not really where I need to be at, because the mill that I want to put down is about 20 grand. But I think we'll get the 20 grand by then. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. The harvest for those are probably not going to happen until... Well, actually, here, let's do a quick autosave, and we can check. The harvest for the flour products are not for a little while, right? Well, actually, barley is next month, but I don't think we did the barley till... the last month, so it would be July, right? Canola is probably going to be... Well, they're all going to be ready, I guess, in the same month. I guess I should have did barley first and then canola after. Oh, you live and learn. I guess we figured that out too late now, but anyway. All right, that should be enough. Yep, that's enough. All right, good. So next episode, we'll be at the next stage of the house, whatever that is, and we'll figure out what we need to put in then. There certainly is a pallet here of crawfish. I can see it plain as day, so we will go ahead and sell that. We just flipped over to 12 o'clock, and we bumped up to $10,000. Also good. So let's go sell this pallet. And then once we do that, I'm going to go get a bucket, and we're going to clean up this fertilizer. It's been there long enough. It's probably driving everyone else crazy. It's certainly driving me crazy. I don't like that. It looks very... tacky and not together, so we're going to get that cleaned up now too. And we're going to keep the bucket this time, and hopefully we buy a relatively decent sized bucket, as realistic as we can, but hopefully it's a relatively decent sized one, mostly because I'm just going to drop that there for now. I know it's kind of a mess, is what I was just going back on what I was just saying. I don't like things when they're a mess, but I'll move it back between now and the next episode. Anyway, we're going to need that bucket whenever we put down our coal production. And we've talked about the coal production, right? I was trying to put it in the one time. It wasn't working. It still won't work because of the conflict with our selling point, which we will be putting down another selling point. I have found something else. I don't know for sure if it conflicts with the coal production or not. We will have to test it out. It is very expensive, though. It's very similar to what we have now, but much more expensive. 25 grand to be exact. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a selling point, right? So, yeah, we're going to have to make sure that it doesn't conflict. I don't want to put that down and then it conflicts and I waste money again. I don't want that to happen. Okay, so if I went into the right menu, that'd be good. We want a bucket. So, front loader tools, buckets, here we go. That is way too expensive, so we're just going to have to go with the 1,000 one. It's not ideal, I guess, but, you know, it is what it is. It's $1,600. We can always sell it if we need to, again, like we did back before. In hindsight, if we probably shouldn't have sold it because we had to rebuy it back, but that's all right. Okay, so that's that. So we'll go down there, we'll pick up the fertilizer, get that all sorted out, we'll dump it into something. I'm not sure what we'll put it into, but we'll put it into something. Hopefully something that has enough room. I suspect, I don't think it's that much fertilizer. I don't remember how much we actually dropped on the ground there, but I don't think it was much. Alright, let's see if we can get this stuff picked up here. Perfect. 413 liters. So yeah, not a whole lot, really. Now, what are we going to put this in? I think our fertilizer spreader has lime in it. I guess the smartest play, I guess, would just be to pull out the drill here and then put it into the back of the drill. This or the planter. Now, speaking of the planter, I'm very happy we have that now, and I'm very happy we have a tractor that can do it. Yeah, it'll fit in here. Mostly because, I'm going to pull it forward a little bit more here. Can you unhook, please? Thank you. I hit the unhook button like 3 times. It didn't do anything. Mostly because, you know, what we can do now, soybeans, we can do sorghum. There's lots of things we can now do that we were unable to do before because we were limited to whatever this drill could do, right? So, the next seeding season, drilling season, planting season, whatever, it's going to be cool because we're going to be able to do some different stuff that we have yet to do in this series. Perfect. I was going to say this action cannot be performed here. I was like, don't tell me that it won't let me do it out of the bucket. I was like, I swear I've done that in the past. Not maybe in FS25, but FS22, I know I've done that in the past. Alright, so we'll drop the bucket off here. It's kind of where we had it before. I think it's a good spot for it. It's going to be in the way no matter where we put it, right? So... I'm just going to fill this thing up while we're here. We've got a lot of just pallets kind of sitting around, and they're kind of going with what I was talking about, trying to make things, clean things up a little bit, make it look a little bit better. So we'll just go ahead and put them in here. Might mean we might buy more later on, but that's fine. We've got some sitting up at the shop, too, that we really need to go get and bring back here. But that's all right. For the time being, they can stay there. Okay, we're going to leave the episode at that point, gang. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a nice, productive day today. We got the grass mowed. We've got the sheep back in good health, hopefully. We've got new solar panel up on the roof there, which is going to be extremely useful for us, I think. And everything else is, for the most part, moving along, chugging along, and the house is moving along as well, right? So things are going. Things are making progress. Slow and steady, man. Slow and steady wins the race. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. Discord's down below if you want to share your progress at all. Let me know. Put it down below. The link's down below. It's free to join. And, yeah. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next one.